What have you been up to? What have you been playing? You said Mafia 3, right?
Yeah, dude. I played through all
How
of
do you
I
like
played through
Mafia 3? How do you like it?
Honestly, okay. It gets a bad rap, and it's still got mixed reviews on Steam.
Okay.
Here, and I get it. I understand because there's repetitive missions that you do over and over and over again throughout the middle chunk of the game where you are trying to take over the city, basically. And in order to do that, you have to like smash and reclaim rackets. So like liquor, gambling, prostitution. Like you have to go to these places. You have to like do damage to their establishments until you kill them or they give up and you take their racket from them. And you have to do that many times throughout the game. And that's probably, I would imagine, the biggest reason that this got panned a lot by people and critics and whatever. Because it gets super tedious. Now, there is a great mod out there that I installed that takes 40% of that out. It's a mod that doesn't take it all the way out, but instead of having to do $100,000 worth of damage, you have to do 60,000, and it's a big chunk, and it makes it flow like all the better. Okay.
Cool.
Once that was installed, like, because I started getting there, I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna have to do this? Like, how much am I gonna do this? Like, you just started, bro, and I'm like, oh no. They're like, there's a mod, so I'm like, okay, let me install this mod. I installed the mod. Everything flowed a little bit better. It was still a bit grindy, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been, because it's like, take 50 hours and cut, 20 of them off of that playthrough, because that's 40%, right? So without that, it was great. Like it was still a little bit grindy, but it was okay. Now, if they had thought about that when they made the game, when they put out the game, they're like, this is too grindy, let's make it less so. This would have been a fucking modern classic. And I'm not kidding you. This game is so good as far as the story, the dialogue, the voice acting in it. It is by far my favorite of the series. Like, I liked it. Now here's the thing though. There's another possibility. It doesn't feel like a Mafia game. That is valid. That is absolutely valid. It does not feel like a Mafia game. Sure, because it's not like you're not playing, a Mafia guy. You're not playing an Italian, a Sicilian, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're not playing a Vito or a Tony or a blah 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 or
You're not
like
playing the Mafia. You are dismantling the Mafia essentially. Or
you are becoming a Mafia.
Yes.
But that's the thing. Like I would argue that instead of playing, you are becoming a Mafia. By the end of the game, you have created a family. If you play it, you can play it in many ways. Like there's like 5 different endings, but if you play it the way I did, you come out of it with a whole new family. It's a mafia of its own. It's not an Italian mafia, but it is a organized crime unit. And I like that. I didn't mind that at all. If you're looking for like the Godfathers or your Goodfellas or shit like that, the first 2 games got you. This game is a revenge story. And it's great. And I loved it. I will concede though, if you're looking for the feeling of the first 2 Mafias, probably not going to get it. But if you're looking for just a fucking good game with a great story and great voice acting and all that, this has it. It is so good. And it has many other things going for it as well. The combat feels better, although you have to do a lot of it, way more of it than you had to do in the first 2 games. The combat does feel better. It feels like they took combat. It wasn't just a side thing. Like they actually focused on the combat to make it a little bit more fun, enjoyable, variable, that kind of shit. And the music. The music
I've heard
is usually good in Mafia games, but this game takes place in 1968, which was a fucking, great time for music. Yeah. So you're listening to all the hits, man. They have, I don't know how much money they spent on licensing these things, but it had to been like a shitload.
Yeah.
Because you got Janis Joplin, Stones, Jimi Hendrix. You got like every fucking person from the 60s that you can think of is in there. Sam Cooke, like, holy crap. The music in it is just phenomenal. And it helps because a big gripe, no fucking fast travel. That sucks. You have to drive everywhere. For the first 10 hours of the game, you're like, I don't mind driving. It got good tunes. The cars handle really well. Way better than they did in the first 2 games because, you know, they're better cars because it's later in the, you know, like in the century. So the cars go faster and they're more responsive and stuff. So like, you're like, yeah, but for the next 20 hours, you're just like, oh my God, can I just get there? You're driving past the same fucking donut shop like 3 times. Like, oh my God, can I just be there? Fast travel. That would have been nice. Also, stamina bar, you can't sprint everywhere. There's a hidden stamina bar, and it sucks, and I hate that. I always hate that.
That's rough.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you'll be sprinting because there's a difference. There's a walk, a jog, and a sprint. If you click the right stick, if you're playing a controller, click the stick, you start sprinting, but only for a little bit, and then you start jogging. You're like, oh my God, please don't do that. Anyways, I absolutely loved it. It's a fantastic revenge story, and you play a completely different character. You're not this wise guy, you know, Italian mafia guy. You are a fucking Vietnam vet, 6'4" tank of a human being, and you just Terminator through all these fucking missions, and it feels so good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say it's a Punisher game.
Yeah.
You're playing the Punisher, not a Mafia.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You might want to turn off. Oh, there's some art. You like art? It's art. It's drawn. It's art. It's art, JP.
Whatever. Why did that happen in the middle of a combat sequence? What the did you just stop?
It's Zeke we're talking about here. Come on, man.
Listen, I tell the bad guys to calm down for a second. I need to admire this Vargas art. Vargas, by the way, who did all the art, good job. If you're still with us, hey, excellent work. That's some art.
Good job, Varg.
Jesus Christ. Of all the games to do us in, it's Mafia 3. We're done. Pack it up.
Yeah.
Done.
It's over.
Finito.
Yeah.
I would honestly recommend what I did and what made the game very enjoyable for me was put the combat on easy. Get that mod that takes 40% of the grind away, and it flows so much better, and you get to appreciate because it doesn't halt the action as much. You know, you get from story beat to story beat a lot faster. And even the side shit, like the DLCs that I didn't do a bunch of like the optional missions, but I did the DLCs. The DLCs were really good too. And it has some of my favorite characters like in the Mafia series, and some of like there's a character like your CIA buddy named Donovan. Whoever wrote and voice acted that, whoever did those, holy fuck. He is awesome. And there's an ending that blew me away.
Did you watch all the endings?
Like it's like an after credit scene.
Oh, okay.
And you're just like sitting there like, oh cool. What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. It seriously like blew me away. Like it was the last thing I expected to happen, and it was awesome.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, Co,
Yeah.
did you?
No, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was
Did you finish this game, Co? Because I remember when
I
it came
did.
out, I remember playing it. I don't remember why I stopped playing it. Did it have bad performance? Like there was something that was a glaring
I don't
issue
think
with
so. I would say that like for me personally, my issue was way more pronounced on the downside that Zeke was talking about. So I went into Mafia 3 expecting a Mafia game. I thought that Mafia 3 was pretty good. I enjoyed my playthrough, but it didn't feel like a Mafia game to me, like at all. And as somebody who was really, I was expecting we were going to like get into the Mafia, not like dismantle the Mafia and kind of build our own like that.
Yeah.
So the whole thing just didn't really land with me that well. So it was a good game. It was a fine game. I had a good time playing it, but you know, I didn't feel like it was a great Mafia game.
Yeah, I don't know what Chad was saying, that I did the open world shenanigans, but I didn't enjoy the story aspect of it, which I could see that, because I could.
It does sound like you.
It does sound like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check out a bit.
But yeah, I
No, and I don't blame anybody for like bouncing off of it for those very valid reasons. Absolutely.
they're not on the
But
list.
if you take Mafia 3, shut up, JP. if you take
just wants this so
name
bad.
Mafia 3 off of it and just call it like a revenge story, I imagine people would have received it a lot better.
I think it would have been, you know, yes, I completely agree with you. I think that it would have been cooler if they made it clear it took place in that universe, but it was a different type of game.
Yeah.
So yes,
Not calling it Mafia 3, calling it Mafia.
Yeah, exactly. Call it Revenge, and then under
Revenge.
a Mafia
There you go.
story.
There you go. Yeah.
And it's
A
just like,
Mafia
oh,
story. That was
like, oh, cool.
perfect.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Right. And then it's
Yep.
like, and tie
I
it
agree.
in. And yeah, like, I think that would have managed expectations a lot better, because like you said, one of the biggest complaints is people were like, I played Mafia 1, I played Mafia 2. This is not Mafia 3. That was just a big complaint. So
I remember a lot of that conversation around launch happening.
Yep.
When did this game come out? Was this a pre-COVID
bit ago.
thing?
I think so.
The definitive, I'm looking at the definitive edition. It came out in 2020, but that's what I played. But Mafia 3,
Because
2016.
okay, because I remember they sent a. I have a press package from them, and they sent like I think we all got it. They sent like, it's got like
It
a
sounds
wine
weird.
glass in it.
Oh yeah.
And like I think maybe even a bottle of wine like there was a bunch of
Why wine though? There's
and
there's very little
they
wine
also
in this.
sent a full mouse and keyboard. Like it was a big ass press pack. I think
I think
still
you
have
got the
box.
nice one.
Yeah, I
don't remember a lot of this. A
it might
bottle
be
of
one of
wine?
those things where it's like blending together too with all the different press packages that we used to get.
No,
back
the
then,
funny
but-
thing is, what they should have sent you was a mason jar and some moonshine, because that's
That's pretty
That's
much
more
the-
you
Inside of
actually
the
take
game.
over
Yeah.
that, like a moonshine racket. You actually take one of those over. There's no wine in this game, as far as I remember.
Yeah, maybe it was some sort of like glass for alcohol. Maybe it wasn't wine. I'm sure you can find images of the press boxes they sent from way back when, if you Google for it. Have you guys seen much of Mafia 4? Or the next Mafia?
The old country.
Trailers.
Yeah.
The prequel.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason it's a prequel.
Yeah,
So I'm
It
thrilled
takes
about
place
it.
around
I think it looks great.
1920.
yeah, and like in Italy, right? Like it's in the old.
Yeah.
I mean it's
It's in the old
fucking name.
country. Yeah.
I watched some previews of it. A lot of stealth, like a lot of
Really?
stealth.
Yeah.
Which I was a little bit like, I
Okay.
hope I can just start murdering. And they were like, you can start
Oh, yeah,
murdering.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
I am sure you can. Like, they encourage stealth in a lot of the Mafia games. They encourage a bit of stealth, but I didn't use it at all.
Yeah.
I just went in there like a madman, and that's why I like having those kind of games on easy, because I want to go in there like a madman and I want to
Yeah.
kill and then get to the story beats.
They did say that it was super linear, which I think might work
No
in
open
its
world.
favor.
That is
yeah,
true.
it's not open
That's
world.
fine. That's okay.
Like I'm on
Okay.
I'm
I
on board
agree.
for that. Yeah.
Especially
Yes.
if they're going to do like a really good job trying to deliver a cogent, awesome narrative. Like,
Yeah.
please, the more linear those are, the better. Because that actually where the story beats, they stay impactful. Don't forget things. Like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Like, check out the trailers on Steam. They're really good. We checked them out recently, and they're phenomenal. It got me so hyped for the game. Like, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I watched like a 20-minute gameplay preview of a pretty good chunk of the game, and there was a lot of stealth. I'm worried about that for my interest, because I like stealth, but when stealth goes wrong, I like to also just murder.
Yeah.
Like,
Same. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice not having to feel like you need to reload after that stuff, right?
yeah.
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 No, speaking to that, I got tons of shit for playing Metal Gear Solid 5 my way, which was I'm just going to go in there and rocket everybody
No, that's
and
how you
then
do it.
Fulton out who I need to Fulton out. If I kill them, I'll just start the mission over again.
No, the best way to play Metal Gear Solid 5 is how much you enjoy it. It's whichever way you enjoy it. You don't have to stealth that game. Yeah.
Yep.
Death Stranding's the same way. Stealth is honestly like Metal Gear stealth, Kojima stealth, if you want to like pull the lens back just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like you have a trank pistol and you basically become a god in any Kojima game. It's like the ultimate weapon is a trank pistol.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
No, that's the first thing you upgrade. If you have to upgrade, like that's the first thing I did. I was like, I want to like my whole mission starting MGS5 was like, I want a silenced I called them snoozies. I want a silenced snoozy sniper.
Yep.
That's what I want. And I worked and it took a while before I got it, but when I got it, I was just like,
yeah, that's one of the you get the trank pistol, I think, at like rank 3, and then you get a silenced sniper rifle at 4, and then you get a silenced sniper rifle. Or sorry, a silenced trank shot rifle at 5. And I never got that. That's like the god item, because you just murder everyone from afar and they never even see you type deal. So
yep. What, no, you don't murder them.
Well, you put them to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then you go shoot them.
Give them the long nap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I found that, funny enough, in Death Stranding 2 shotguns are really good. I found the shotguns are super effective.
Oh, I forgot one thing I wanted to mention about Mafia 3 is how cool it was that they added like unbelievably brutal execution moves that you can do. Like that was a great touch because this guy, I mean, he's a Vietnam vet, right? So he's like coming up behind people. And he's like, tell me what you know or whatever. And he's like, all right. And he just slowly plunges the knife, or you like, pow, 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 pow. And then you grab their hair and you go, stab in the face 3 times. Stab, 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 stab. And they go down and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Doesn't he also, can't you just like take a shotgun and shoot him in the face? Like, aren't there some executions?
Yeah, you do like, my favorite was like, you have your shotgun out and you do melee. So you go bap, bap, bap. And then you hit, you hold B long enough to get to the brutality. And you smack him in the face and turn him around. And then you shoot him right up the ass with a fucking shotgun. It is like very much like every time I said the Deadpool line, like, oh, right up Main Street.
Classic.
Yeah, it's brutal. There's some awesome, like, Mortal Kombat-esque brutalities in that game that I really enjoyed.
Classic. Wow. Yeah. That's Mafia 3.